Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our presentation today about how to continue being involved in your community even during COVID-19. I know this fall semester has brought us really different circumstances that we've had to adjust. But that doesn't mean that you have to stop being engaged with your community. There are definitely different ways virtually that you can keep on being engaged. And today we're going to go over those. So this presentation is brought to you by the UC Merced Community Engagement Center. So our agenda for today, we are going to be meeting the team. We've got a few members of the team here today. So we'll go ahead and introduce ourselves, and then whoever is joining us today, if you'd like to introduce yourself, that is okay as well. You can always introduce yourself using the chat function, or you can unmute your microphone and talk to us as well. We'll go over community engagement opportunities, and then how to get informed. And then lastly, we'll go over CAT Life and events calendar. So that's what we will be going through today. And so we're going to go ahead and start off with the quote, and that is, "Working to make a difference in the civic life of our communities and developing the combination of knowledge, skills, values, and motivation to make that difference. It means promoting the quality of life in a community through both political and non-political processes." So I really like this because a lot of the times, people can think that community engagement is strictly political, like for instance, voting or, participating in a school board meeting, or a lot of the times people just think of community engagement as community service, direct service, philanthropy, but really it is both. Community engagement really encompasses both of those areas. And it makes us more emotionally intelligent citizens and neighbors to everyone else. So I really like this quote. All right, so meet the CEC team. My name is Andrea Tafoya. I am the Community Engagement Coordinator. I've been here for a little bit over a year. And my contact information is right under my name. So email me at atafoya@ucmerced.edu. Phone number also included. Phone number is actually a work cell phone, so I can also receive text messages through it. And I will let Maria and Amita introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maria. I am the student manager here at the CEC, and part of my job is also managing our social medias. So all the posts on our Instagram, answering DMs, things like that. I'm always trying to interact with you guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Namita. I'm a student staff here and I'm also in charge of the website. So I'm going to be showing you guys some of the features of our website that can hopefully help you find more volunteering opportunities.
Yeah, thank you, Namita and Maria, for joining us today. And so if you ever want to get a hold of us, this is our general email, communityservice@ucmerced.edu. So if you don't know whether the question you have applies to the website or social media, you can always email us at this general email. We all have access to it, and we will make sure we reroute it to the correct person. All right. Go ahead, Namita.
So our website is super easy to find. It's cec.ucmerced.edu. And the main page for students to find volunteering opportunities would be if you go to the website and you click on the Students tab on the top menu. Yeah, if you just click on that, it'll take you to a list of volunteering opportunities. The whole list right now can be done virtually, and it's the same as what's been shared on our Instagram if you follow that. And for now, there's different buttons, and if you click on those buttons, it'll take you directly to the Instagram post made about it. And I'll be updating this weekly, just like volunteering posts are shared on our Instagram. So if you click on that, it'll take you to our Instagram. But I'm working on having a page up for each of those opportunities to link you directly to the website and things like that. So if you don't see an opportunity here that you're interested in right now, keep checking back weekly if you're still looking. because this will keep being updated.
Perfect. Thank you, Namita. And then we also, do you want to go over our calendar as well?
Yeah, so under the current events tab, we have a calendar for all of our events that are going on. And for example, today's event is on here somewhere. And this is updated as we find out about new events. So if you're interested in participating in any of them, just feel free to check back regularly, because we keep updating this as we find out about new events.
So again, our website is cec.ucmerced.edu. And Namita has really done such a great job making this really easy to access. And we keep it really updated, like I would probably say almost on a daily basis. Would you agree, Namita?
Yeah, I'm working on the website most days.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Namita. And again, this is our information. You can find it at the very beginning of our website or by hitting the Contact Us page. Perfect. All right, Maria, I think you're next, and we're going to talk about what is community engagement.
Yeah, so bringing it back to community engagement, we have a couple of examples or some ways that students can be engaged in our community. So first one, community service and volunteerism, addressing the immediate needs of our social and ecological communities, which is hands-on service. Then we have community building, building trusting relationships among individuals and groups around issues of common concern. Next, we have public education, drawing attention to and creating awareness of local, national, global issues, kind of like activism, community development, identifying or increasing the human or economic assets of a community. Voting and political participation, another important one. Mobilizing influence on public policy through formal political channels. And then public scholarship, community engaged scholarship, in other words, is engaging in research that serves the public interest and has community or societal benefits. And then lastly, social entrepreneurship. So using entrepreneurial principles to organize, create, and manage a venture to make social change. And these are like technical definitions, but once we go back to our presentation, I'll show you more common ways that we can do that right now from home.
All right, and let's go back to our presentation. So let's get us to the right page. Oh, we'll come back to this one. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. All righty. So Maria has done such a great job compiling a list of ways that all Bobcats can engage in. And so just a reminder, what we're going over today is not specific to members of a club or an organization, although they can also engage themselves, but it really is open for everyone. You don't have to be part of a club. You don't have to be part of an organization. But one way to engage would be to join a club or an organization. For our first year students, and a lot of students have joined affinity dance, another way for you to engage is to go ahead and not only post in your Microsoft Teams, but also being able to interact and participate in any events that your den is creating and throwing for all of you, because the idea of the den is we cannot socialize on campus like we normally would, and so it really is that opportunity to help you create friendships and connections and community outside of just your coursework. Live and learning communities, I know this is for our first and second year students. Attend virtual UC Merced events, which we will go over in a little bit. It would be to volunteer, and for right now, we are actually only encouraging students to volunteer from home, and there is such a thing as virtual service. We always post a lot of those ideas on our social media. So thank you, Maria, for keeping us in the loop with that. We encourage you to attend virtual workshops. So a lot of the times, if you have happenings, you will get notifications of, like, for instance, let's say a time management workshop. Those are definitely ways that you can engage in your community, and instead of just, logging in to do your classwork and then logging back off. So that's also an idea. Research, right? UROC. And then vote. Register at registertovote.ca.gov. So these are all examples of ways that you can engage without having to be on campus. All right, Maria, would you like me to go over to our website, or do you want me to go ahead and talk about our candidates in conversation? I mean, not our website, our social media.
I think if you go back to the next slide, I just want to touch on our YouTube channel really quick.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so I know right now it is a little difficult to do volunteer opportunities because we're so used to doing in-person ones, but as Andrea stated, virtual service is real service as well. And if you ever need ideas, along with our Instagram, we did have an info session I think 2 weeks ago with clubs and orgs. So if in case you missed that, you can check it out on our YouTube channel, which is UC Merced Community Engagement Center.
Perfect. Do you want me to go on to our Instagram page now so you can go over the highlights?
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, actually not yet. That's a little later.
Okay, perfect.
So next is another way you can engage in your community, which are candidate conversation sessions. And these are happening from now, I think, throughout October, now November, I think, maybe.
October 27th is our last one with Congressman Jim Costa. But yes, pretty much the entire next month.
Okay, yes. And we've had 3 so far. And the 2 that I am featuring right now are upcoming ones, which one is today and one is tomorrow. And these conversations are a great way for our community to get informed about our local election, because national elections are obviously very important, but local elections matter as well. And I know sometimes we can forget to kind of get informed about our local elections. So this is a great opportunity to come and hear what candidates have to say, hear what those issues are, how they're planning to address them, and just learn about the candidates that are really going to represent us right now. And if you want to register, the registration link is at the bottom. So it's tinyurl.com/UC Merced Candid Convo.
All right. And just to add to what Maria said, the conversations are actually led by our students. Maria is actually a moderator. So it really is like a neat opportunity for you all to listen to these individuals that hope to be our elected officials and represent the area where UC Merced resides. And it is only one candidate per session, so it's not debate format. So it really is like focused on one candidate where you can genuinely turn off your mic and converse with the candidate. So if you ever wanted the opportunity to talk to a candidate, like, this would be the perfect opportunity. That it's not it's sometimes it's virtual, and sometimes that virtual aspect gives us that comfort of encouraged to speak out because we're not in person. So take advantage of that.
Okay, and next, so how can you stay informed about all of the events and resources at UC Merced? I know right now I was struggling when the semester started because we're not on campus. We can't see all the flyers on Scholars Lane and in the buildings. So following Instagrams from UC Merced is the perfect way to make sure that you're staying informed, besides checking calendars in your email. So I included a few Instagram handles of various departments and resources in case you guys want to follow them. I definitely recommend our Instagram because I feel that our Instagram, we share a lot of those events and resources to our story. And then I save them to our highlights on our story as well. So I feel like our Instagram is like the bulletin board of events, really. And so I included a few, which are us, the Leadership Center, Office of Student Involvement, Fraternity and Sorority Life, and then we also have Health and Wellness Instagram, so UCM Care, CAPS, Health Promotion, Basic Needs Resources as well. We have CalFresh and Basic Needs, and they do, I think now it is bi-weekly, but they do bi-weekly prepackaged grocery bags. And if you guys want to stay informed about when to register for them, deadlines, or even where to pick them up, please follow their Instagrams too. And then we have a couple of programs also, Guardian Scholars, Undoc, TRV Step, Success Mentors, and they also hold a lot of events that are open to students to come and engage with all the students from the comfort of their own homes.
Perfect. Thank you, Maria. All right. Is this where I go to our Instagram?
Yes. So obviously, please follow us. Our Instagram is UC Merced CEC, and Andrea is going to take us there now. And like I said, we have a few highlights. So we have a just recently added events highlight, which if you click on it, I try to do a good job of putting all of our stories that pertain to events at UC Merced on there. So in case you miss them the day we post them, or in case you miss them on your feed, you can always go back to this and just get informed about all of the events, the workshops, things like that. Just basically any community engagement opportunity that our departments are putting on. They're working really hard to be creative and come up with fun events that you guys can go to. They even have game nights, and you can win like gift cards as well. So they're really trying to make fun events for our students to engage.
Yes, that is right. They're trying to adapt with our new reality. Thank you, Maria.
Yeah, and if you scroll through our Instagram, you'll also see we have community service ideas, virtual community service ideas, and we post these weekly. So if you're ever stuck on what you can do as community service, you can always check out our Instagram. We post flyers of our events. We do call to actions on Fridays. We do resources on Wednesdays. So just a lot of information, a lot of important information can be found on our Instagram, as well as the Instagrams of other departments. So make sure that you're aware of all of these resources.
Yep. Thank you, Maria. All right. Oh, wrong one. Okay. Let's see.
All right. And then we added this in here because this is basically a big calendar from UC Merced where students that are in orgs and clubs and even UC Merced departments can submit their events. So this is like just a giant calendar of UC Merced events. So in case you don't have social media and you still want to get informed and get like notified of those events, please visit the UC Merced events calendar. The website is events.ucmerced.edu, and you can even filter those by date, experience, event type, topic. So there's a lot of like general meetings for clubs. There's also workshops, events, things like that. And this is a great resource to use to be aware of those events as well. All right, and then so I thought it would be great to include some upcoming events just to show you that there are fun upcoming events that UC Merced departments are planning. So today, actually, right after this, this meeting, the new student orientation is hosting a self-care day. So you guys can go ahead and either scan it to join, or you can join with the meeting ID. And then, oh, okay, we have a chat from Brooke. Thank you so much for joining us, Brooke. We appreciate you being here. And we will be recording this and posting it on our YouTube channel, so you can always go and watch what you missed. So thank you so much, Brooke. And then so on to our next event that's happening this week. We have the Zumba, which is organized by Success Mentor Program in collaboration with STEP. They're doing like a fun dance meeting on Zoom, which I thought was really cool. And then there's also on Friday an Among Us game night. So if you guys play Among Us and want to connect with students and engage in your community, this is a great, fun game night that you guys can attend. And the information is on that flyer. It's also on the Office of Student Involvement Instagram in case you guys want more information. And then lastly, we have the, I don't think they've posted it as a post yet, but they did post it on our story. The Leadership Center, they're going to be hosting a BOLD program, which is for Black students organizing for leadership and development. And they're going to have a ton of like workshops to kind of help our Black leaders organize and develop their leadership skills. So those are just some upcoming events that I wanted to share with you guys, but their events are posted daily, like daily. If you check the department Instagrams, they really do a good job of creating and sharing these events with us.
Thank you, Maria. And I think I switched up your order because I think past events was first. So I apologize for that.
It's okay. And then, so past events, just to show you guys some of the fun events that have happened. We had the Drag Queen Bingo from CABS. So yes, CABS is still hosting events. Just make sure to stay informed. And then Office of Student Involvement also had a Kahoot night last week, and they did give away prizes. So like I said, if you guys want to join a fun game night and also get, you know, some money for that DoorDash, go ahead and attend one of these events. And then Success Mentor Program also had a community building workshop just last week, which I thought was a great resource like this one to kind of help inform our students about how they can engage in their community and keep those connections in a virtual format. And Success Mentor Program also had a cook-off, which I thought was a really cool idea to have like a Zoom cook-off. So yeah, these are some just past events that have recently happened to show you guys that there are still fun events hosted by UC Merced.
Yes, thank you, Maria. All right, Cat Life. Is Tasia on by any chance?
I don't think so.
Okay, no worries. I can go over it. I know that she had a prior commitment. So, all right. And so we don't just have the UC Merced events calendar. We also have Cat Life. But the thing with UC Merced events calendar, it's really neat because anything that comes onto Cat Life automatically gets posted on UC Merced events calendar as well. So that would probably be my go-to calendar just because it includes everything. However, for Cat Life, there are, even though they do include events, there are special features that you would not be able to do in the UC Merced events calendar. So for instance, submitting service hours. So as we spoke earlier in this presentation, that part of community engagement is community service. And so you want to be able to keep track of those hours now that you're a student, so that whenever you are applying to grad school or applying to jobs, you have a recorded document or a document on record of all the hours you have put and worked really hard to put in as a UC Merced students. So I know that a lot of the times we kind of like almost lie to oneself by saying like, oh yeah, 5 hours, I did 5 hours of service, I'll remember. But really, if you put in 4, or 5 years together of service, chances are you're not going to remember the 5 hours you did last November in a turkey drive, right? You might roughly remember, but you won't remember exactly what you did and how many hours. So the neat part about Cat Life is that you can go ahead and submit that. And so that keeps the record for you. So whenever you, again, decide to apply to grad school or apply to a job or apply to a scholarship, you don't have to go, on your calendar month by month to try to remember what you did. It's already there. You can print it out and it's good to go. So I will say that with Cat Life, we could only approve because you submit your hours, but the Community Engagement Center can only approve submit service hours, so direct service hours. So that would be, for instance, tutoring, maybe a park cleanup, senior care. So that would be direct service. What you wouldn't be able to submit onto Cat Life is philanthropy. So philanthropy would be things such as like fundraisers, walkathons, and drives. So I do want to make it clear that philanthropy is also very important as well, and it is definitely a big element of community engagement. However, we haven't really figured out a way to measure philanthropy like we are able to measure direct service like with hours. So for now, at the moment, we are only approving direct service. But if you happen to do some philanthropy work during your time at UC Merced, I highly encourage you to keep track of that on your own as well. So to access Cat Life, you would go on to catlife.ucmerced.edu. And if you ever have any doubt on whether or not an event that you volunteered at qualifies to be part of Cat Life or not, you can definitely send us an email to ask us, or you can just submit it. If it's something that we are able to approve because it meets those qualifications of direct service, then we will approve it. And if it doesn't, we will just send you a very kind email saying that I'm so sorry, this doesn't count, but still keep track of it. Thank you for being involved. So the worst that you are going to get will be that. So really, I highly encourage you to use this as a resource. Being a student myself and then having to apply to grad school, I definitely wish I would have had this instead of going back year by year trying to remember what events were on my calendar and which ones were service. So that's a bit of a unsolicited advice. All right. Okay, so for closing remarks, first, we just want to thank you for joining us today. And as Maria mentioned earlier, with Brooke's question, this was recorded and we'll go ahead and upload to our YouTube channel by tomorrow. But anytime you have any questions, you can definitely just send us a quick email, communityservice@ucmerced.edu. You can send us, or you can send a text, because this phone number, like I mentioned before, is a work cell phone. So you can text, you can call. We've got our website, and then we've also got our link tree. Any remarks on your behalf, Maria?
I think that was pretty much it. Just another reminder to follow our Instagram. Like I said, staying informed is kind of difficult right now with the virtual format because we're not on campus to see all the flyers and hear from our friends about all these events. So definitely either following UC Merced Department Instagrams or checking out the event calendar or going on Cat Life is a great way to make sure that you're aware of these resources and these events. Because it really is important to stay connected with our community as often as we can right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you, everyone that joined us. I know that Brooke probably had to log off, but thank you, Brooke. Thank you, Ariana, and thank you, Rigoberto, for hanging through with us on this. So thank you so much. Do either of you have any questions? We're happy to answer. But if you don't, that is okay too.
Yeah, I had a question about like community service wise, like what are you like? Because I do like follow you guys on Instagram, and I go on the website, and I always see like the different opportunities for community service. But do you guys think would be like the best and quickest way to get service done online? Like given the ones that are already on there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say that it definitely depends on your interest. I know that we really do try to really create opportunities across the board for every major and every interest. So we have, I know that one of our popular ones was Be My Eyes. Am I mentioning it right, Maria? Right? It's Be My Eyes?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be an example. I know that we had, actually, let's pull it up really quick. I feel like that'll be a little more helpful. So we have the Humane Society, where if you are an animal lover, that is something that you can kind of log in really quickly and check the step-by-step on what to do. So a lot of these opportunities, if you are a first-time volunteer, they'll have you go through some sort of training opportunity, or some sort of training, or filling out forms. But I would say that it definitely depends on what you are looking for. And so the one of Be My Eyes, let me see, let me grab that. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the Be My Eyes. So this one would be something that, you download an app, you go through a really quick training, and then you're able to kind of just, kind of wait and see if you'll receive a request. And so that one I know has been a popular one among our clubs and organizations. So it really depends on what your interest is and how much time do you have, because you can also, do some phone banking for Pura Americas, which is an organization that is focused on spreading the factual information of the pandemic to individuals who may not receive that information in their language. So that would be another example. And Maria, if you have any, go ahead and jump on in. We also have, creating the coloring books, sending a thank you to our healthcare workers, which that one I would probably say if you're looking for something really quick, that's probably the one that you'll want to go to.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say as well. If you want to do this one, you can go to Project Sunshine, to their website. It should be on our link tree. So if you go to our Instagram and click the link in our bio and scroll down a little, you'll see Project Sunshine. Or you can just go on projectsunshine.com, I'm pretty sure. And then you'll go to their remote volunteer opportunities. And they have a couple that we haven't done posts on, but they're also good ones that are relatively quick. I know some of the ones we've posted are like year-long opportunities, but if you want like a one-time opportunity, you can do some of these. So some are even like tell a joke for a pediatric patient, send a thank you letter. If you scroll down, Andrea.
Yes.
Yeah. You can send a thank you message to a healthcare worker, sew masks for pediatric patients, and things like that. Just whatever interests you and whatever you feel comfortable doing. Those are relatively like one-time service opportunities.
Did that answer your question, Rigoberto?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Perfect. All right. Any other questions? Oh, Ariana, you posted on the chat about reaching out to organizations also to check out Handshake. we can definitely add on to, thank you for that feedback. We can definitely add it to our next meeting as well. That is really important. So thank you for giving us that feedback. All right. Well, if that is it, I will go ahead and stop